This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is made possible by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Good evening and welcome once again to Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. Tonight, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of high school basketball with the girls' non-conference matchup between the Montesano Bulldogs and the Shelton Highclimbers. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast, as he has for several years now, Jerry Apple.
Hi, Diedrich. How you doing?
I'm good, Jerry. Shelton comes into tonight's game looking for its first win. The Highclimbers are coming off last night's 64-27 loss at Rochester, a better offensive output than Monday's 69-11 loss to WF West on this court. Montesano is 1-1 and took out Hoquiam last night at 58-16. The Bulldogs opened the season last Friday with a 45-29 loss at Tenino. This is EVCO 1A versus EVCO 2A. The Montesano Bulldogs at the Shelton Highclimbers. Starting lineups are next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
That's the first step to ending the pandemic and moving our country forward. It's up to you.
Get your COVID-19 vaccination from Mason Health. Go to masongeneral.com to easily schedule your appointment today. You can also find a link to schedule your shot in the upper right-hand corner of masonwebtv.com.
And we're back here in the Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen and Jerry Apple. And Jerry, I think we're going to launch right into starting lineups. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready, Diedrich.
So go ahead.
And now the starting lineup for the Montesano Bulldogs, the visitors. Their head coach is Mark Mansfield. At one guard, number 5, a sophomore, Jaden King. At the other guard, a sophomore, number 21, Vanna Prom. At one forward, a senior, number 2, Cassidy Golding. At the other forward, a freshman, number 10, Michaela Stanfield. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Montesano Bulldogs, a junior, number 23, Paige Licherness. And now, it gives me pleasure to announce the starting lineup for our own Shelton Highclimbers under the direction of Coach Liz Canright. At one guard, number 33, a sophomore, Didymus Cordova. At the other guard, a freshman, number 2, Kesslyn Harp. At one forward, a freshman, number 22, Jasmine Rivera. At the other forward, number 12, Danica Squire, a sophomore. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Highclimbers, number 21, Gabby Monroe, a sophomore.
All right, thank you, Jerry. Those are your starting 5 for both teams. We will take another timeout. We'll be back with I was going to say the tip-off. That's a habit I have to get away from because we don't do tip-offs anymore because they just, visitors get the ball first. We'll take that timeout. We'll be right back with some basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Yeah.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Sanjay, you there?
Hey, David.
I'll make this quick. Listen, I have some questions.
What's on your mind?
This vaccine, I'm nervous. I got songs to write. Will I still be able to do that?
It'll be fine, David. Science is what you need. The vaccine is safe, my friend. It's gonna bring this pandemic to an end. You see what I did there?
Yeah, okay, I trust it, thanks. Oh, and Sanjay, don't do that again.
David? I don't know. I thought I was spitting fire.
Our dear fellow Americans, vaccines are a huge step forward. We still need to do the simple things that we know work.
Wear a mask, wash our hands frequently, and maintain social distance.
Now it's up to you.
Get your COVID-19 vaccination from Mason Health. Go to masongeneral.com to easily schedule your appointment today. You can also find a link to schedule your shot in the upper right-hand corner of masonwebtv.com.
And we're back here in the mini dome. We'll run down those starting 5 again for both teams. Golding, King, Stanfield, Prawn, and Lescherness. For the Bulldogs, it's for the Shelton Highclimbers, it's Harp, Squire, Monroe, Rivera, and Cordova. Expecting some great things from this team in the future, actually. And they're still in a building and learning mode at this point.
And it's interesting, we've got 3 sophomores starting and 2 freshmen starting for Shelton tonight.
Right. That's putting a lot of pressure on the younger players. But, I was talking to Liz Kenwright before the game, and, these freshmen, they pretty much went from 8th grade to varsity in a year's span. So, that's a lot of pressure on a young player. But I think they're up to the task based on what we saw Monday.
And especially when in the last summer, they didn't get a chance to go to any basketball camps,
right,
and things like that because of COVID-19. So yeah, it is a lot of pressure.
But I think we'll see how they handle it here tonight.
Excuse me, that's number 23, Paige Listeness.
They're trying to figure out the possession arrow thing at the scorers tables wasn't working earlier today. And I think you can see Trevor Leopold, who, by the way, has taken a job in his home state of Wisconsin and will be leaving at the end of this year. He's happy and sad at the same time. It's kind of hard to, you get to go home to your hometown, but you're leaving great relationships and great people here in Shelton.
And he's been a part of this rebuilding of the facilities.
Right.
He's had some insight, say in it. And, he's so pleased with the facilities that we have here at Shelton, and we should be.
Right, and you want to know something, if you've been to Jack Stark Field and Highclimber Stadium and you saw the saw with Jack Stark Field on it, that was Trevor's concept.
Yeah.
He drew it out one day, and he handed it over to the people, the powers that be, and they had made it happen.
And he was so proud to show me the weight room
Oh,
a couple days ago.
It is. We're having some clock issues because I know we don't do an 80-minute game here.
And I just wanted to mention, maybe this is a good time to do that.
Yeah.
On May the 22nd, which will be next Saturday, the state powerlifting meet will be held here. And that'll be a lot of fun if you get a chance to go to that. I don't know how they're going to do, what they're going to do as far as attendance.
I don't know how they can. I know there's a big weight area, but I don't think you can have any spectators. But there are windows, so maybe you can look in.
Well,
from
they'll
outside.
move the weights. They'll move all the weights as much as they can out here on the main floor.
Well, we'll see what happens. All right, we're ready to get some basketball underway. Golding will inbounds it and get it into King. And here come the Bulldogs. And here is a three on the way by Golding that's just off the mark. And there's a fight for the rebound. And coming away with it is Rivera. She gets to Squire. And here comes Harp. Oh, nice little jumper by Cordova. And the Highclimbers strike first. First on the board. Ball moving down low, going right to the hoop and missing it, but getting her own rebound is Leshernis, and she ties the ball game. Little full court press and a steal up and in. Who was it? That was Golding with the steal and the bucket. Squire with it. And trying to force it up the court. I'm confused, Jerry. I have a 4. And I don't have a 4 on my list. Do you have a 4 on your roster? For Shelton, that is. There's Golding for 3 that rims off. Rebound pulled down by Stanfield. And then there's a whistle.
No, I don't.
So that's either going to be... We'll have to track down who exactly that is. 21 must be Rivera. No, it's not Rivera. She just picked up the foul. And the shot is off. Rebound pulled down. Okay, so that 4, it's got to be Harp. Process of elimination.
Okay.
It's got to be Harp.
That over.
Interesting. I didn't see that change.
I did not either.
And Harp will get the ball pinched off and a foul on Montesano. And that Jaden King picked up the first whistle for Montesano. Inbounds to Harp. Harp one dribble to trying to get it to Monroe, and a steal by the Bulldogs. Lob it down to, oh, there's a steal by Squire. Got the ball right back. And up the court go the Highclimbers. Here's Harp, pity-patting the dribble, trying to get away from the defense. She'll hook it over. And here is Cordova for a long 2 that rims off. And she tracked down the rebound, goes right to the bucket, puts it up and in. It's a 4-4 ball game. Leshernis with a little jumper.
Who made it?
23.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here's Cordova. Finds Rivera under the hoop. Knocked out of bounds. And will stay with the Highclimbers. Sorry, that was Monroe with the pass down low. The baseline inbounds. Cordova will trigger the play. To the left of the backboard, lob it up top to Harp. Harp fakes the 3-1 dribble over to Squire. Trying to get it down to Rivera. It's deflected to Harp. Harp loses it off of her hand out of bounds.
And that's the 3rd turnover for the Highclimbers. Shelton has 1 turnover. Montesano has 1 turnover. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Just confusing everybody. That's okay, Jerry.
I did.
It's early. Here is Golding. Nice pass to Leshernis off the glass and in. 6 points for Paige. And it's
Go ahead.
She's
3 for 4 from the field.
And another steal And here's King going to the hoop, puts it up short. Rebound pulled down by, it looks like that is Cordova, and a foul under the hoop. And that'll be, what, the third team foul on Montesano? Golding picked up her first. That's only the second, excuse me. And we do have a timeout. Somebody's phone's going off. Is that you or me? Oh, it's you. Jerry's phone's going off. It's a full timeout, so let's step aside. We'll be right back.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Something I think that the athletic department needs to look into is a shade for the window that's behind us, because it's right on the floor. And I don't know if that's going to be an issue. You can kind of see my shadow there, too. I do stand when I call these games and operate the cameras. Anyways, 5:20 to go. First quarter, 8-4. Montesano with the lead. Shelton with the ball. Squire will inbounds it from the backcourt. It's going to go long. And there's Harp all alone. Going to go to the bucket, put it up and in. Kesslin with her first basket of the night. And it's a 2-point Montesano lead. Here comes the Golding. High post feed, stolen away by Harp.
Second turnover for the Bulldogs.
Get it to Squire and get it back. Here's Harp. Swing it over to Cordova. There's Monroe to Harp. And it was stolen away, and then a foul. Is that going to be on the? It's going to be on the Highclimber, I believe. No, it's going to go on Jaden King, her second. And that's the third team foul on Montesano. So it's a baseline inbounds for Shelton. Cordova triggers the play. From the right of the backboard, gets it into Harp. Harp one dribble to Monroe, and she took some steps, unfortunately.
And that's the fifth turnover for the Highclimbers.
So we do have a substitution. We'll get to that for Montesano. Number 13 in there, Mia Young. She has the ball. Swing it over to Stanfield. Down it goes to Lescherness. Missed the shot. She'll get another opportunity. And then a jump ball, or actually no, a foul is called on the Highclimbers. And that'll go on Cordova. Didemus with her first personal. At the free throw line is Paige Lescherness. Leading all scorers with 6 points. Missed the front end of the free throws. She'll get another one. Missed them both. Rebound, Monroe tracks it down to Squire. Still a little bit of pressure by the Bulldogs, and there's going to be a foul in the back court. I think it's going to go on Cassidy Golding.
And that's her second.
4th team foul. Sideline inbounds backcourt. Cordova gets it into Squire. Here comes Hart. Oh. Stripped and knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Prom. Stays with the Highclimbers, however. Substitution for the Bulldogs as Olivia Young steps on. And Golding will sit down for Montesano. Inbounds goes to Squire. Get it to Harp. And a reach-in foul. And is that going to go on Young? No, that went on, Prom. That's her first. 5th team foul. And a 30-second timeout called.
Timeout called on the floor, 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here, Jerry.
It's kind of interesting watching Harp from Shelton. She got fouled. And she looks at the official and she goes like this. She said, "I got fouled." They obviously knew that she got fouled. And they didn't have to. It was kind of humorous. Just an expression on her face. What's interesting, too, is Paige Lisherness has got 6 of the 8 points for the Bulldogs, and she definitely is their top rebounder from what I can see, and she's 3 for 5 from the field.
So it'll be Highclimber ball, sideline inbounds. Foul line extended near side. Cordova will trigger the play, working with Rivera, Squire, Monroe, and Harp. Harp will get the inbounds. Throw it over to Squire. Side of the paint, Monroe. Ooh. Abby having some trouble with her footing tonight.
Yeah.
I just don't think she's accounting for other people's feet when she's trying to dribble on her drives. She's got the right idea, however.
Yeah. But that's going to come with practice. So she'll get it. She's a sophomore. She's trying.
Here's Young to the foul line. Pull-up jumper off the glass and in for Mia Young. It's a 4-point lead for Montesano. And a steal on the other end. Here comes Lesherness. Get to the corner 3 on the way and off. Rebound pulled down by Monroe. Well, and then she loses it. Lesherness stole it away. Throws it in the middle. Bounces off the feet. Ooh. Bounces off a hand and goes into the hands of Stanfield, and she ends up traveling. So that's a
turnover.
Turnover back.
So far we've got 8 turnovers for the Highclimbers and 3 for Montesano. And I think the goal is to try to keep the turnovers down. I'm sure that's one of the goals of Liz Canright. Keep those turnovers down to around 15, but that doesn't look possible tonight.
So a couple of substitutions before the last play as Mayping Vernon steps on, and so does Abigail Zanuski. And just now, you've got Taylor Vanderpool in there for Shelton. Montesano with the ball. Stanfield. And ball is stolen away by Squire. She'll get it to Vernon. Mayping trying to fend off some defense. Here's Rivera. Over goes to Zanuski. And now here's Mayping. Trying to get things going for the Highclimbers. Swing it over to Squire. Into the corner, Zanuski. Dribble out of the corner, stop. Looking for, oh, it was ripped away by Lesherness. And here she goes the other way. Paige on the run. Bounce it into the corner. Gets it right back, puts it up and in.
Lesherness?
Yes.
Wow, she's got 4 field goals so far. She's got 8 of the 12 points.
And Coach Liz wants to talk things over the 30-second timeout. So we're going to try and set these lineups while we got a moment. So for Shelton, it's Zanuski, Vernon, Squire, Rivera, and Vanderpool. For Montesano, let's see if I can track it down. You got Lesherness, of course. Number 10, Stanfield. Number 13, that's Young. And who else is, who am I missing here?
You missing Cassidy Golding?
Let's see. Oh, no, we've got Olivia Young.
Let's see.
Well, long hair. Okay, there's Golding. Yeah, you're right. Her hair's long. It's covering her number.
Yeah.
I can't think. We have another player out there I cannot identify just yet. Highclimbers lose the handle on the ball and turn the ball right back over. Coming out of timeout, not what you want. So Olivia Young, Lesherness, and there's the last one. It's Prom. Okay, now we're set. Prom inbounds it. He gets it in to Young. This is Mia Young. Down it goes to Stanfield. Blocked by Zanuski, but they're going to get her with a foul. And you saw the reaction from Abigail or Abby just cannot believe that was a foul.
Well, it was a foul.
It was a foul.
Oh, boy.
Stanfield at the free throw line. Can't get that to drop in. She'll get another free throw. Didymus Cordova steps back on the court for Shelton, as does and Gabby Monroe. So Cordova, Zanussi, Squire, Monroe, and Vernon on the court for Shelton. And Monroe pulled down the rebound. Here's Zanussi to Squire, still in back court. Back to Zanussi, and a steal. And a good defense there by Mei Ping as she deflected that ball out of bounds, but prevented an easy layup. 2:07 to go, first quarter, 12-6. Montesano with a lead and the ball. Mia Young will inbounds it, throw it into Lesternis. She'll bounce up to Stanfield. Stanfield trying to get the ball down low and get it back to Olivia Young, and there's a foul on the Highclimbers. Squire picked up her first, and that's the fourth team foul for Shelton. Squire will sit down, and who came back in? Oh, Harp is back in there for the Highclimbers. Inbounds is lobbed to Prom, over to Lesternis. She'll put on the floor, try to fake Zanussi out of her shoes. Put a little fadeaway and fell off. With the rebound and the putback was Prom. And then it rolls into the corner, and Young, Mia Young for three. No, when the ball went off of Harp's leg out of bounds, it'll be Montesano ball. Lob it up top. Prom down to Lesternis on the opposite box. Lost the handle on the ball. Ball still free, and it pulls into Vernon's hands. Mei Ping threw it up the court. Stanfield stepped in front of that passing. And then we're going to have a foul on the pass up the court. And Mei Ping picked up her first. That's the 15th foul. So let's see, that was a turnover on both of them, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So it'll be sideline inbounds.
Yeah, that's the 13th turnover for the Highclimbers. Montesano has 5 turnovers.
So Taylor Stenbeck will step on for Lesternis for Montesano. And here's Young. Mia Young, that was Mia Young. She lost the handle on the ball. And the Highclimbers come away with it. Here's Vernon. Vernon between the circles. Still with the dribbles. Over to Harp. Harp looking and driving, trying to get some seam there. She drew the foul on the Bulldogs. I think it goes on Olivia Young, is that right? Yep, Olivia Young picked up her first. Baseline inbounds left of the backboard for the Highclimbers. Vernon will trigger the play. Into the corner near side, there's Harp. Hook it to Zanussi. Over goes to Vernon, open jumper. Missed it, rebound, pulled down by the Bulldogs, and that will be Mia Young to the hoop off the steal. And there is a new player out there for Montesano, and that is Zoe Lesternis. But the Highclimbers, nice find as Cordova didn't finish on the rebound, the layup, got another opportunity and missed that as well. And the ball's knocked out of bounds by Montesano, so the Highclimbers get it with a reset of the shot clock. With 31 seconds to go in the first. Here's Zanussi. Quick passes around over to Vernon. Vernon take the drive baseline. He's just going to skip up and reset for the Highclimbers. Throws it over to Harp. Harp travels deep.
Well,
14-6 is the score. 18 seconds remain in the first quarter. Here's Zoe Lesternis. She's going to drive into the hoop, put it up, got her own, missed it, got her own rebound, got it again, put it up, and it rolls in. It's a 10-point lead for Montesano. and the quarter will run out. 16-6 after 1. We'll head to the second. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, I'm Father Dwayne, and this is St. David of Wales Episcopal Church in Shelton. I'm glad that you're seeing us right here, right now, but please tune in on Sunday mornings at 10:30 for a live stream service. I certainly welcome you to join together with us for worship.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
And we're waiting for the start of the second quarter.
Okay. Well, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Diedrich, Montesano's on an 8-point run. And Paige Lishanis has shot 9 times already. She's 4 for 9. So, I mean, she's having her way, or will, inside.
Climbers with the ball. High post feed to Zanuski. Trying to get a back door cutter, and Vernon had to save it in bounds, and there's a jump ball call, and that will go over to Montesano.
The other thing I wanted to add, I was hoping Shelton would cut down on their turnovers tonight, but they're not. They got 15 turnovers already.
There's Zoe Leshernis, and there's some quick passes by the Leshernis. I'm going to say they're sisters. Are they sisters? Do we know, Paige and Zoe?
I think we can tell. Let's see if they're both the same grade.
They're not.
Oh, well, yeah, that doesn't.
Well, a high climber ball.
I'm assuming they are.
I'm assuming they are as well. And here is Harp bringing it across mid-court. Hand it back to Vernon. Vernon looking for some screen. She's trying to get a backdoor cutter, and it's knocked away. Here comes Zoe Leshernis, and she loses the handle, and a steal by Vernon. Vernon up to Zanuski. Zanuski's shot is blocked out of bounds by Paige Leshernis. So it'll be a high climber ball. Right of the backboard, Vernon will trigger the play. She's working with Monroe, Zanuski, Rivera, and Harp. She'll throw it to Monroe, up fakes, goes into the paint, and she put a little fadeaway, got hacked with no foul, and then there's a late whistle. I don't know if it's on the shot. No, it's going to be on the high climbers. Wow. I'll go on Vernon. That's Ping's second, yeah.
And both teams have 6 fouls, so we're going to be in the 1-on-1 situation pretty early here in the second quarter.
Here's Young over to Stanfield, and she picked up her pivot foot to give the ball back to the high climbers.
That's a 9th turnover for the Bulldogs.
And Montesano's going to go full court press. Here's Vernon. Gets by the defense, and then she palmed the ball.
Yeah.
So that'll be Montesano ball. 6:53 to go, second quarter. 10-point lead still for the Bulldogs. Still knotted at 16-6. There's Leshernis. Paige with an in-and-out jumper. Zoe with the rebound and the putback, and that dropped in. The largest lead of the night for Montesano. Zanuski, her pass is deflected and stolen away by the Leshernis couple, and that is Mia Young off the turnover, and a timeout called by Coach Coach Canwright. It's a full one. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
And we're back here at the Mini Dome. Jerry just brought up something about turnovers.
Yeah, 19 turnovers so far for the Highclimbers. Hopefully, Shelton will get an opportunity to get to the foul line here a little bit this quarter and capitalize on the one-on-ones.
So it's Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. Rivera, Squire, Harp, Zanussi, and Monroe on the court for Shelton. Squire has it, and she's just pretty much mugged there in the back court, and that'll be the 7th team foul on Montesano. Maya Young picked up her first. And Danica Squires at the free throw line for the first of a 1-and-1 for the Climbers. She got the first one. Should get another one.
First attempt for the Highclimbers from the foul line.
And Danica has another free throw. That one goes in. She gave her 2 points. Lustriousness. This is Zoe. Loses the handle, but it rolls right over to Prawn. Olivia Young, I'm sorry, it was Mia Young. She's tripped up and fouled. This might be why the game was a little late, as there's a lot of fouls called in the earlier games as well. Squire picked up the personal. That's her second. The 7th team foul for the Highclimbers. So at the free throw line is Maya Young. A couple of substitutes to give you in a moment as Young missed the free throw. Rebound goes to Zanussi. To Monroe. And here is Harp. And Harp goes down hard. And we should go to the north end of the Mini Dome and shoot a 1-and-1. No, it's not. They're not going to shoot a 1-and-1?
What was the call?
I guess it was a 10-second violation.
Oh, okay.
Which, interesting that that really didn't look like the call on the floor. Quick passes by the Bulldogs. And Stanfield's shot falls off. Highclimbers have the rebound. Pass up to Zanussi. Abby chased it down in the corner and loses it out of bounds. I thought she knocked it off of a Bulldog, but obviously not. Here comes Maya Young for Montesano. Over to Vanna Prom. Pull-up jumper there off the mark. Lustriousness with the rebound. Tapped it out. And there's Mia Young there for the rebound and the foul. And that goes on Danica Squire, her third. And Jasmine Rivera will replace Squire. At the free throw line for a 1-and-1, it's Maya Young. Got the first one. She'll get another one.
And that's the first foul shot made by the Bulldogs tonight. They're 1 for 5 from the foul line.
Second one's short. Rebound goes to Monroe. She'll bounce it to Cordova. Up to Rivera. Rivera had the ball poked away from behind by a very speedy Maya Young. And it'll be Highclimber ball. Cordova will inbound it to Zanuski to Harp. And that just swatted back, and the ball's free. Picked up by the Bulldogs, up to Young. Young off the glass and in.
And she's 3 for 3 from the field.
And another turnover by the Highclimbers. Ball's deflected, goes to Stanfield, and she's going to draw a foul. And that's going to go on Harp. That's her first. Michaela Stanfield will be at the free throw line. So Vernon steps back on for the Highclimbers. Monroe sits down. First free throw is off the mark. Rebound goes to Rivera. And here's Vernon to Rivera. And another errant pass. Up to Young, takes the three. Hits it. Maya Young has 7 points in the quarter, 11 for the game. And I'm afraid to even ask where we are in turnovers for the Highclimbers.
Well, 25.
25. 4:24 to go in the first half.
That must be frustrating.
Here's Young over to Stanfield. To Young cutting to the hoop, off the glass and in. Maya Young. Paige Lestern has knocked that one out of bounds. Stays at the Highclimbers. 27-8 is the score. Here's Vernon, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. Should be a reset of the shot clock. But they're not going to do it. And kick. Here's Vernon with the ball. And Vernon lost the handle. Pulls out of bounds, but it will stay with the Highclimbers. Now there's 9 on the shot clock for the Highclimbers. Vernon gets it into Harp.
Which they're probably not even aware of.
I don't think they are. There's 5 now.
No, I don't think they are aware of it.
That'll be a shot clock violation. I really think that shot clock should have been reset when the ball went out of bounds the first time on the sidelines below us, because it was kicked out of bounds. Referee did not see unless it hit her in the leg rather than the foot.
It hit her. It did hit her in the above the foot.
Okay, so that's why there wasn't a reset of the shot clock. Here's Grace Gear, first time tonight. Gets a pass to the side of the paint, and that is going to be Paige Lesser is drawing the foul on the Highclimbers. Zanuski just picked up her second.
She almost got a block on that, though, but it looks like she got her with the body, too. So
Paige, she's 0 for 3 at the free throw line. Taylor Vanderpool will step on for Rivera for Shelton. So Paige has another free throw. Missed them both. Vanderpool comes away with a rebound, finds Harp. Still in back court. And Harp will bring it across the timeline. The three-point arc side of the paint. Hook it down to Vanderpool. Missed the shot, it's knocked out of bounds.
That was a really nice pass by Harp.
It was.
Yeah.
So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Right of the backboard, Harp will trigger the play, get it into Vernon. Vernon up to Zanuski, to Cordova, and a steal by Lescherness. It's going to go to the hoop below, off the glass and in. That's Page's first points in the second quarter, which is 10 for the game. And another errant pass that Vernon will track down and keep the possession for the Highclimbers. Over to Harp. Harp will take a three. That one out of bounds. Over the top of the backboard. Taylor Stenbeck is onto the court for the Bulldogs, and Hannah Brulin is on as well.
You know, as a freshman, Harp does handle the ball pretty well and has had some success tonight in breaking the press.
Here's Prawn into the paint, and a jumper on the way and off by Bruland. And Greer had a couple of tries under the bucket, and it'll be Vernon with a rebound. Looking the court over, throws it up to Zanuski. Zanuski. Oh, they got her on the pivot foot pickup, just enough to draw the turnover.
Yeah.
Now, Highclimbers are stuck at 8 points, Jerry.
I know, yeah.
They've only got 2 points in this quarter. Here comes Rivera. And Vanderpool will sit down for Shelton. No, it wasn't. Yeah, we'll have to check down the lineup. Oh, there's a block on Gear and a jump ball called.
I think give Monroe the credit.
Okay.
For the block.
And Addie Winters on there for Montesano, as the Bulldogs are up 21 points, 29-8. Rivera in the back court gets it into Zanuski. Up to Vernon. Over to Harp, but it's out of her hands, out of bounds. So yet another turnover on the Highclimbers. 2:01 to go in the half.
Yeah. 30 turnovers.
Here's Young. And a pull-up jumper off the glass and in by Brulin.
Brulin?
Yep.
That's her first basket of the night.
Here's Harp. She's going to throw it into space.
Yeah.
Here comes Cordova for the Highclimbers. Vernon is going to sit down. So the Highclimber lineup is Harp, Cordova, Rivera, Monroe, and Zanuski. For the Bulldogs, you have Prawn, Young, Brulin, Stenbeck, and I'm going to track down another one, number 12. And that is Winter. Okay, now we got the lineups, and that is a foul on the Highclimbers. 2 shots coming for the Bulldogs.
Foul on Zanuski.
And Zanuski picked up her third. Apparently that was one of the trouble for the Highclimbers in Rochester last night. Foul trouble. Brulin missed the first free throw. She'll get another one. Minute 28 remain in the half. And Taylor Vanderpool is back in the game. Zanuski will sit down with her 3 fouls. Hannah Brulin's second free throw hit the front of the iron, and Rivera will pull down the rebound. Lob it to the wrong jersey. And that's going to be Brulin with it. Down to Young, back to Brulin. Over to Stenbeck. And a foul on that. Okay. Taylor Stenbeck is going to go to the free throw line. Monroe picked up her first personal. And Stenbeck's at the line for 2. Got the first one. Minute 15 to go in the half. 32-8 is the score. Stenbeck can extend it some more. Short on the second free throw. And Vanderpool pulls down the rebound. Here comes Harp. Lob it over to Cordova. Hit the corner, Monroe. Here's Harp again, and this is Vanderpool. 10 on the shot clock. Vanderpool to the side of the paint to the key through the foul. And Taylor to the free throw line.
Nice drive to the basket by Vanderpool.
Maya Young picked up her second personal. Vanderpool's first free throw rattled in and out. Golding will return for the Bulldogs. Maya Young will sit down. Next free throw drops in for Vanderpool.
And the Highclimbers are 3 for 4 from the foul line.
Here comes Golding for Montesano. Over to Bruland. Ball's free and it's taken away. And it's going to be pick a player there to call a foul on.
And that's the 11th turnover for the Bulldogs.
I don't understand that call at all.
I don't either.
It was okay, so they're going to call the foul on Cordova. That's her second personal. And at the free throw line, can't see who that is, Cherry. 21. Okay, that's Prom. She missed the first one. She get another one. Hey, one thing I got to tell you about these Lady Bulldogs, they have some long hair. Missed the second free throw. Bruland with the rebound. Her putback goes off, and they shot up the second time by Winter. Goes out of bounds. And somehow they give it to Montesano. Interesting. A nice cut to the basket, but Prom can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. 31.2 seconds remaining in the half. 32-9 is the score. Here comes Harp. And that's pass is off the mark. 22 seconds remain. It's 32-9. Montesano on top. Here's Golding. High post feed is going to roll out of bounds. And they're going to give that to the Highclimbers.
Yeah, another turnover for the Bulldogs. That's their 13th.
So 8 seconds to go in the half. And Harp speeds to midcourt. He's going to launch something that's going to come short, and that'll be the half. So Montesano starting to pull away. 32-9 at the break. Take a timeout. We'll be back with some statistics and more as we're at halftime.
We know this year's been tough, but now the vaccines are here and open to everyone 16 and older. We give our thanks for those who helped us get here. To the folks calling the shots, giving the shots, or getting them, we thank you. And for those who have waited so patiently, it's time. Visit vaccinelocator.doh.wa.gov.
Get your COVID-19 vaccination from Mason Health. Go to masongeneral.com to easily schedule your appointment today. You can also find a link to schedule your shot in the upper right-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Well, it's halftime. 32-9. Something to point out, Jerry. There's 32 points for Montesano. 16 in the first, 16 in the second. That's consistency by far.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs are led by Maya Young, 13 points. Paige Lescherness with 10 in the first half. Let's see here. 4 for Zoe Lescherness. A basket for Cassidy Golding. A free throw for Taylor Stenbeck. 2 points basket for Hannah Bruland. For the Highclimbers, their leading scorer, Didymus Cordova, she has 4 points. Basket for Kesslyn Harp. 2 free throws for Danica Squire, and a free throw for Tyler Vanderpool. Jerry's still doing his thing. Oh, you're ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
Well, let's start with Montesano. Montesano has 13 turnovers. I don't see them making a three-pointer.
No.
No.
They only took a couple attempts, right?
They took 5, yeah.
Took 5, okay.
I have them down for 13 for 28. I'm going to have to go back and check my math on that. If you add the totals there, they were 13 for 33, which is probably about 37, 38%. The thing that's kind of hurt Montesano, I can see where they could be practicing this tomorrow or the next game, because they're probably like Shelton. They probably have 4 games this week. They're 2 for 15 from the free throw line.
Right, yeah, they do have a game tomorrow night.
And so, you know, most of the scoring is coming from 2 people from Montesano, and that's Paige and Lescherness and Maya Young.
Mm-hmm.
Maya made all 4 of her shots from the field. She did miss 1 3. So, you know, the thing is, this is where the story lies. The Highclimbers are 3 for 4 from the field, or from the foul line. 3 for 4 from the foul line. But they got 34 turnovers. And they got the same amount of turnovers that they had against WF West. I believe was 34 turnovers, give or take a couple. Unofficial, of course. But 34 turnovers in 1 half, the same total that they had against the whole game against WF West. They just got to clean that up. And from the field, they are 3 for 12 for 25%.
Okay, Jerry, I just tracked down. Yes, Maya Young had a 3-pointer. She did hit a 3-pointer. And she has 14 points. I missed it.
That's it. That's
it right there.
That's it.
Okay,
now the numbers all add up.
They're all congealing and coming together, yes.
I knew that there was something missing.
There's a 3.
And so that'll make it 14 for 33 from the field for the Bulldogs. They definitely are an inside team. Well, they've shown that tonight where they're working inside. I'm not thinking Maya's shots are probably pretty well inside too, aren't they?
Except for the 3-pointer.
3-pointer, yeah.
She's taking it to the
taking it to the hoop, yeah. So I was hoping that Shelton could cut down on those turnovers, and I know they will. I know they will. They're so young. You know, you've got, like I said, 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen, and this is good for them, I guess, as long as they don't get their heads down too much.
Right.
And their foul shots, of course, they only taken 4. So that's the tale of the game.
Okay.
The Montesano's height.
Right.
Montesano's inside presence and the turnovers by the Highclimbers.
So the Highclimbers and the turnovers, do you have a shooting percentage for them?
I do, for the Highclimbers?
Yeah, for the Highclimbers. I don't think we got that far yet.
Yeah, we do.
I think I interrupted your train of thought.
They're 3 for 12.
3 for 12, okay.
Yeah, from the field. 25%.
All right. So that's where we sit at this point.
And the other thing, too, Montesano's taking a lot of shots inside. They can get their own rebounds.
Right.
Keep putting it back up.
Right. Their height is definitely a factor here.
Yeah.
Because you just look at it, let's see, you got 5'10", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 5'10". You know, yeah, there's a 6-footer, but she's not here. She's not playing.
But you know what? We're not going to find anybody probably better than the WF West center.
Well,
she was just amazing. Right. I mean, hard to compare anybody to her.
Hard to compare. Well, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter here, 32-9, Montesano on top of Shelton in the Mini Dome tonight, non-conference basketball.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, can the vaccines give you COVID-19? You cannot get COVID-19 from a vaccine. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
This broadcast is copyright protected by Digiproof on behalf of Diedrich Allen and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of its contents, pictures, descriptions, and accounts without the consent of Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, MasonWebTV.com, and Hood Canal Communications is prohibited.
Waiting for the start of the second half, third quarter. Boy, am I going back in time or something, Jerry? I don't know. 32-9 is our score. Montesano on top. And the Montesano is a 1A school. Shelton technically is 3A, but with new regulations and reduced and free lunch numbers, that brings them down to the 2A level. It'll be Montesano ball to start the third quarter. You've got, let's see, Golding, King, Prom, Page Lesterness, and Stanfield on the court for Montesano. There's Golding with the ball to King. King drives right to the hoop, puts it off the glass a little too hard. Rebound pulled down by the Highclimbers, Monroe, and it rolls off of Monroe out of bounds. It'll be Montesano ball, baseline inbounds, left of the backboard. Golding will trigger the play, inbounds to Stanfield. She'll drive baseline, put it up short, got her own rebound, put it up again, draw the foul. So Montesano's living at the free throw line here, especially late in the second quarter now. Kesslin Harp picked up her second personal. And Stanfield, let's see, she is 0 for 3 at the free throw line. Make it 0 for 4. That is definitely something I think that the Bulldogs need to work on, is their free throw shooting. Because obviously they get there, to the free throw line, that is. Just got to make them. Could be a completely different game. Second free throw, she made an adjustment and it'll roll out of bounds off the top of the backboard. Notice she made an adjustment in her form.
Yeah.
To try to get that ball in there. Didn't quite get there. So here come the Highclimbers. Got Vernon, Cordova, Monroe, Rivera, and Harp on the court. And there's a foul on the Bulldogs. And they'll go on King, that's her third. So a team foul each. Vernon will inbound it from mid-court, throw it into the backcourt, and Harp. Back to Vernon, right at mid-court. Swing it over to Harp. Over to Rivera. Down to Vernon, draws a triple team, finds Monroe in the paint, jump ball called. That'll stay with the Highclimbers. So baseline inbounds for Shelton. Left of the backboard, Vernon will trigger the play. Cordova popped out, but they'll give it to Harp at the top. She'll drive side of the paint, puts it up. Misses the shot, but drew the foul. So Kesselin at the free throw line. She has 2 points tonight. And Golding just picked up her second personal. Harp's first free throw goes in. I don't think they can get any better than that one, Jerry. Just nice arch.
Yeah.
Didn't touch rim. That one rimmed off. Rebound rolls out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. It'll be Highclimber ball. Rivera will trigger the play, get it in quickly to Vernon. Mei Ping will
That's the 14th turnover for the Bulldogs.
leave it there for Harp. Harp to Rivera. She'll put up a shot high off the glass, missed it. Rebound poked up and poked up again, but controlled by the Bulldogs up to Lusherness. And up it goes to Prom. Put it up and in. That's Vanna's first basket.
Yep, that is.
It's 34-10. Vernon will get it over to Harp. To Cordova. To Vernon. Fakes the baseline back to Cordova. Top of the key for three. That's short and out of bounds. Here comes Golding bringing the ball up for the Bulldogs. Swing it over to Stanfield. Golding lost, I'm sorry, that was King lost the handle. Lusherness' shot is off. And here comes Vernon. Cordova gets the ball on the run, kick it back out to Harp. Harp for three, nope. Rebound in a crowd. And coming away with it is going to be Prom from Montesano. Into the corner. King for three, that's off. Rebound to Stanfield. Missed it. Lusherness with the putback. 12 points for Page. And we have a timeout on the court. I think we'll keep it here, Jerry. So the Highclimbers trying to work on something, and it just seems to me like the Highclimbers are a little anxious to do something positive to score points, and they're not really taking their time to run the plays. I don't think they're a little bit rushed.
That's true. I haven't discovered an outside shooter yet for them. I think the only one, Cordova, I thought might be that three-point shooter looking at the last game, but I'm not sure. So that makes a big difference, too. If you have somebody that can shoot. Like last year, they had Taya, they had Smith. They had a couple of nice three-point shooters. So I think Harp could also maybe develop into a three-point shooter.
Harp has the ball to Vernon, swinging over to Cordova, drives inside, a little runner, rims off, rebound pulled down by Golding. Get it to Prom. Prom throws it all the way up to King. King goes to the hoop, got her own rebound, sets her feet again, try to put it back through a foul.
I need to see what the coach from Montesano is thinking right now. Please, you got to make a foul shot.
Cordova picked up her third foul on that. And King misses the free throw. Something that I keep forgetting about the mini dome. Most gyms, there's a wall or something behind the backboard. Mini dome is not like that.
Yeah, it's so open. That does make it a little bit difficult.
It might make it a little bit difficult, and that was second free throw does go in. I put it on the wrong team player there, but we'll have to correct that. Here's Vernon. Try to force one up there. Ball goes off of Montesano, out of bounds. Be Highclimber ball with 13 on the shot clock. So we did have a made free throw after you made those comments there, Jerry, about the free throws. So it's Highclimber ball baseline inbounds, and Cordova tried to force it in there, and it's another turnover. Here comes Lescherness, going to go right to the hoop off the glass. Missed it, but drew the foul on Zanuski. She's a player there, so that'll be Abby's fourth. Wow. And Paige Lescherness at the free throw line. And she has yet to make a free throw till now.
She made her first one.
There you go.
1 for 5 from the foul line.
She has 13 points. Second free throw goes in. She got them both. Maybe I gave her some of my mojo or something.
You gave her a talk. You did.
Sure.
You gave her a pep talk.
30-point lead for Montesano. 4.5 minutes to go here, third quarter.
She didn't want you to hear anything more about it.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody wants to hear from me. Here's Vernon. Throws it over to Harp. And then gets the ball back. Going to spin back to Harp. Harp trying to find some place to go. Cordova with it now. Now Monroe to Vernon, off her hand, out of bounds. Turnovers just keep piling up, don't they, Jerry?
Yeah, 37. Yeah.
Comes Golding, not quickly, but jogging up the court. Into the corner to King. Down to Lescherness. Drives, loses the handle, got it back. And it rolls to Stanfield. 12 on the shot clock. And there's a kicked ball. And they're going to reset the clock that time, Jerry.
Yeah, because it was off the foot.
Definitely off the foot there. Danica Squire will check back in. Now, Danica's playing with 3 fouls. Inbounds in the corner, goes right to Lescherness. No, Stanfield. Stanfield can't muscle one up. Rebound goes to Rivera. And here come the Highclimbers and Vernon. Vernon high post feed to Rivera, deflected by Paige Lescherness. As jump ball is called.
Yeah, and this time there was a switch in who got the ball, so you do call that a turnover this time.
Right. So let's see here.
Or loss of possession is what I just said.
Some substitutions for Montesano. You've got Olivia Young and Zoe Lescherness in. And there's Zoe on the side of the paint. She threw it to the top of the key. And also back there's Maya Young. And there's a turnover.
Yep.
Squire comes away with it. And here comes Mei-Ping Vernon. Ooh, nice screen by Monroe. Just stood her up there. Vernon leaves it there for Cordova to Squire to Vernon. And ooh, nice save, but wrong player. Vernon gets the ball back. 8 on the shot clock for the Highclimbers. Squire off her hands. Tracked it down and into back court.
Yeah,
and
she
that's
choked.
going to be over and back.
Yeah.
Trying to claim that it went off of a Bulldog, but not quite.
Well, she could have got it for her travel, too.
I'm sorry. There's Zoe Lescherness. She just checked in. It was Taylor Stenbeck. Earlier substitution. And Zoe Lescherness drew the foul. And that should be... that's a Mei-Ping Vernon. Picked up her third. and the 4th team foul on the Highclimbers. Mia Young will inbounds it, and there's a travel. 2:40 to go, third quarter. 40-10 is our score.
I'm sure the coach from Montesano would like to see their turnovers cut down a little bit too.
Vernon barking out some orders. Stops on the dribble, draws a triple team, and then there's going to be a foul. I think that's going to go on, I'm guessing Stenbeck, but we'll see. It is. That's her first personal and her third team. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers, and Cordova just tried to get it into Vernon. Stepping in that passing lane is Mia Young. And here she comes for Montesano. Quick passes. Olivia Young with a little jumper there. I don't know if you saw the bench over there by Montesano doing a little dance after that basket. Squire with it between the circles. High post feed to Monroe. She's going to try to go, and she's going to be bumped and fouled. And Zoe Leshernis picked up her first personal. Grace Gear checks on for Montesano. Inbounds in the crowd to Squire. 3 players around her, and the ball pokes free. Gear comes away with it, and here comes Zoe Leshernis. Quickly up to Young. And shot there by Stanbeck. She missed it.
Monroe's picked up a lot of rebounds, which is good.
Pass up the court, knocked out of bounds by Olivia Young. Highclimber ball, sideline. Cordova gets it into Vernon. Tied up by Zoe Leshernis. That'll stay with the Highclimbers.
So no turnover, no switching possession.
So Harper will step back onto the court, and Cordova sits down. So sideline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Squire will trigger it, lob it to Vernon at midcourt. Oh,
Yeah,
Squire just got dragging that pivot foot a little bit. Give her a little bit of a break, I guess. Here's Vernon with it. Stops on the dribble. Goes it to Rivera. Rivera trying to drive down. Gives that to Squire. 9 on the shot clock. To Harp. Harp over to Vernon. 4-3. She's going to launch a 3 that's going to miss the rim, and that's a shot clock violation. 50.5 seconds remain in the third quarter. 42-10. Montesano in control. Here is Mia Young. Over to Olivia Young. To Leshernis. To Mia Young. Short on the shot. The ball hits the baseline. And that'll be a Highclimber ball, I think, as Vanderpool steps on for the Highclimbers. But we have a timeout with 34.9 seconds remaining. We'll be back.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Well, Jerry.
Well, yeah.
Highclimbers only have 1 point in the quarter.
Well, I got some good news.
Okay.
Shelton's cut down on their turnovers this half.
Okay. Well, that's good so far, but we're just about through one quarter.
Yeah, I know.
It is good news.
I know.
I'm just saying, we're halfway through the second half.
And I've been impressed with Monroe. She's been active inside.
Montesano ball coming out of the timeout, baseline inbounds, right of the backboard. Mia Young triggering the play, throws it into Olivia Young. Loses the handle on the ball. Vanderpool taps it to Harp. Harp comes out of the crowd trying to break free, puts it up, gets the ball to drop in. And there's a third point, and all three of them by Harp in this quarter for the Highclimbers. Yep. Mia Young with the ball between the circles. 16 seconds and counting. High post feed to Gear, and there's going to be a foul on the play. It'll be sideline inbounds for Montesano. The 15th foul on the Highclimbers goes to Vernon.
That's her fourth.
Yeah. Inbounds from the sideline from Leshernis to Mia Young. Back to Leshernis. Pull-up jumper at the foul line elbow. She hit it. That's a pretty shot.
It was a pretty shot. From the elbow.
From the elbow, yes. 44-12 for score after three quarters. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, how were the vaccines tested? In rigorous clinical trials among adults of diverse backgrounds. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
Montesano will start the fourth quarter with the ball. Young. Gear. Let's see here. Trying to figure it out. Stanbeck is in there. I'm missing a player. I'll track it down here. Is Mia Young loses the handle on the ball. Throws it up to Olivia Young. Over it goes to Winter. That's the fifth player. Down to Bruland. Three on the way. Short and a foul. 3 shots coming for Winter. Squire just picked up her 4th personal.
Yep.
Ah, there you go. Addie Winter hit the first of 3. Nope. Heard somebody groan from out in the crowd. Jerry knew it was
well,
off.
you jinxed it again.
You think I jinxed it? I just heard a groan out in the crowd there when it left her hands. And the third free throw. Off the glass? No. And the rebound goes to Harp. Here come the Climbers.
Oh.
Squire with it. Over to Cordova, sets her feet for 3, and falls off. Rebound pulled down by Olivia Young, and she's just knocked to the floor. And it's a foul.
Yep, let's see who got it for Shelton.
We'll go on Vanderpool. Taylor with her first.
Okay.
That's the 7th team foul. So that'll put Olivia Young at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, Shelton has 2 players with 4 fouls, 3 players with 4 fouls.
First free throw, hit the front of the iron and drops in. She'll get another one. Olivia has 3 points tonight. 46-12, 7.5 minutes remain. Second free throw, in and out. Vanderpool with the rebound. And here comes Hart. Cordova. Monroe. Squire for 3 at the elbow, in and out. And the rebound is pulled down by Bruland. Here comes Montesano on the run the other way. Extra pass. Knocked out of bounds by Squire, I believe. That was Monroe with a hand there. Jasmine Rivera back in the ball game for the Highclimbers. Montesano has a ball, inbounds into the corner far side. Here's Bruland. Down to Olivia Young. She stumbles, and they're going to call travel. Could have got Squire with her 5th there. A little bit of a bump, but it didn't happen.
19th turnover for Montesano.
Comes Harp over to Squire. Squire to Monroe in the corner. To Cordova. Now here's Harp with a runner at the foul line. No, rebound pulled down by the Young. It's Olivia Young. She'll get it to Mia Young. And here come the Bulldogs. Bruland finds Olivia Young. Her shot is off. Rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. And here is Mia Young for 3. That's her second 3 in the ball game. She has 17 points.
That is the second 3. Yep.
Squire likes that spot. Cross court to Cordova. To Harp over to Squire. Squire will take the 3. And it's in. Is that 3?
I think they
didn't indicate a 3, so I think that was 2. Yeah,
okay.
That's 2 points for Danica. She's on the line. And Winter with a basket there.
That's her first basket. She's made a foul shot.
Here's Cordova on the drive. Out to Rivera. Her 3 is short. And she got her own rebound on the floor. And what do we have here? I'm going to call a foul on Olivia Young. That's her second. And the 5th team foul on Montesano. 5.5 minutes remain in the ball game. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers into Rivera. Ball ping-pongs around and rolls to Squire. Squire finds Vanderpool. Vanderpool goes to the hoop trying to get up a shot. She's knocked to the floor. And the foul is going to go on Hannah Bruland, her first. So I'm looking at my score sheet here, and the only Bulldog who hasn't scored is Grace Gear. As Shelton's Vanderpool missed the first of 2 free throws. She'll get another one. Short on that one. Rebound tracked down by Olivia Young. She'll throw it up to Mia Young. She'll go softly to the basket and lay it up and in. 19 points for Mia.
And she's 7 for 8 from the field.
Harp will throw it over to Cordova. To Squire up top. High post feed to Rivera. Back to Cordova. Standing on the 3-point arc. She puts it up short. Rivera had it for a moment. Ball ping-pongs around and goes to Gear. And here comes Young. It's Mia Young. High post feed to Greer. Over to Bruland. Bruland will take a 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to who? About 4 players had a hold of it. And jump ball called. And that will go over to the Highclimbers. Mackenzie Davies is going to step on for the first time tonight for the Highclimbers. And we do have a timeout, 30-second timeout on the court. There's a substitution on the Bulldogs side. I didn't see who that was, though. We have a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 53-14 is our score. Montesano in control. It was a tight ball game early, but Montesano just pulled away from that point about midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've scored 21 points this half compared to 5 for Shelton. So yeah, they're pulling ahead.
So 4.5 minutes remaining. So let's see, who was the player that I did not? Okay, 24. Okay, Stenbeck is back in there for Montesano. Come the Highclimbers, so we have a new, we have Zanuski back in there as well for Shelton, working with Harp, who has the ball. Cordova. Davies now has the ball. Rivera to Zanuski, tied up, and jump ball called. That stays with the Highclimbers. I don't think that's right. No,
so it will be a turnover because change of possession.
Yeah. The arrow was not changed at the scorer's table, although we couldn't really see it. Brulin brings the ball up for Montesano. Down it goes to Gear. Can't get the shot to fall in. And here's Davies for the Highclimbers. Harp dancing across midcourt. Up top to Davies. To Cordova. Trying to get it to Zanuski. And then we have another jump ball. And that stays with the Highclimbers.
Yeah.
So it's a baseline inbounds for Shelton. Cordova will trigger the play to the left of the backboard. Into Zanuski. Up top to Davies. Round to Rivera. Here is Cordova. She'll take a 3. That's off. Rebound pulled down by Winter. There's Gear. Gets the ball back. Trying to go to the hoop, and it's partially blocked by Zanuski, recovered by Rivera. Here comes Harp. Harp had the ball stolen away from behind. Young trying to get across midcourt. Over to Winter. Winter takes a 3. No, rebound Rivera. She quickly gets it to Harp, and here come the Highclimbers. Over to Davies. Davies bumped, missed the shot, but drew the foul. So Mackenzie Davies at the free throw line. Olivia Young picked up the personal for Montesano. So both teams at 7 team fouls. So Davies has the first 2. Short on the first one. Should get another one. 3:07 remain in the ball game. No, off the back of the iron this time. Rebound. Pulled down by Bruland. Quick passes down, and there is Olivia Young. Missed the shot, got her own rebound, put it up again, got it short, second, third time, and it's knocked out of bounds. That'll go over the Highclimbers. Something else the Highclimbers need to work on is blocking out. I don't think I've seen any blocking out, hardly at all. Vernon will step back onto the court for Shelton. Cordova will sit down.
And there's a couple pretty darn good drills for teaching blocking out.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all about it's a lot to teach a young team, and you can't throw it all at them at once, right?
Yeah.
Vernon gets it to Zanuski, to Davies, over to Harp. Harp thought about a 3, throws it to Vernon near side, gets it to Zanuski. Zanuski, little scoop shot, can't get it to drop in, and the rebound goes to Montesano. Here comes Bruland. Into the corner, Young, short on the shot. Winter with the rebound and scoops it in and gives her 5 points.
And 40-point lead.
Yep, 41.
41, yeah, the 40-point rule.
Yeah, I imagine there's a timeout on the court. 55-14, 2:10 remaining in the ball game.
Who made that last basket?
Number 12.
Thank you.
And we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
All right, we are back. I'm sorry. Just pausing a little bit for effect, I guess. 55-14 is our score. It's a 41-point difference, and there's 2:10 remaining in the ball game. The question is I'd imagine it's going to be a running clock after the timeout, because even in a running clock, you call timeout, you still get the clock gets stopped.
So it's stopped on foul shots and turnovers.
We have a 23 out there, and I don't have a name for her for Shelton. We'll have to track that down. Davies will get it up to 23. Back to Davies. To Rivera. Swinging around top is Vernon. To Davies. Vernon will take the three at the top. No spin on the ball. Ball pulled down by the Highclimbers. Rivera comes away with it, puts it up, and it dropped in for Jasmine. That's her first basket.
I'm looking at the JV. It's Ashlyn Devereaux.
Okay. Young. Get it down there to Gear. Can't get that turnaround hook to fall. Here comes Vernon out of the pack. Up to Zanuski. Zanuski will lay it off the glass and in. That's Abby's first basket of the evening as well. 55-18. Brulin will bring it across the timeline. Throw it over to Young. And a high post feed, deflected, and there's some sort of whistle on the Highclimbers, I believe, and that'll be on Vernon the way she's acting. She's heading right for the bench. That'll get Harp off the bench. So Vernon fouled out, no points. And the 1-and-1 for Grace Gear goes off. And there is Devereaux with a three attempt, and she missed that one. Rebound tracked down by the Bulldogs, but another turnover. Devereaux throws one up short. Harp saves it and bounce to Zanuski. Zanuski's going to take a big step to the hoop, lay it up and in.
Nice move by Abby Zanuski.
Bruland. Throw it down to Greer, puts it up again, misses it. Zanuski pulls down the rebound. She's looking to score. He'll throw it up to Davies. Davies can't track it down, out of bounds. And that should pretty much do it as the clock is running. 55-20. And there's the inbounds and the whistle. So that's the final, 55-20. Montesano takes care of Shelton tonight. And we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll wrap this thing up. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's the final score right there. Give us a second, and we'll be right back with some more final statistics.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
That's the first step to ending the pandemic and moving our country forward. It's up to you.
Get your COVID-19 vaccination from Mason Health. Go to masongeneral.com to easily schedule your appointment today. You can also find a link to schedule your shot in the upper right-hand corner of masonwebtv.com.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Well, that's the final, 55-20. Montesano takes care of Shelton in the Mini Dome tonight. They did it behind the 19 points from Maya Young, 14 from Paige Leshertness. Let's see here, 6 for Zoe Leshertness, 5 for Addie Winter, 3 for Olivia Young, 2 for Cassidy Golding, a free throw for Jaden King, a basket for Vanna Prom, a free throw for Taylor Stenbeck, and a basket for Hannah Bruland. For the Highclimbers in the losing effort, they were led by Keslin Harp, 5 points, 4 for Abby Zanuski, 4 for Danica Squire, 4 for Dedimus Cordova. A basket for Jasmine Rivera, and a free throw for Taylor Vanderpool. Jerry still furiously. No, is he ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead, Jerry.
First, let's start with the visitors, the Bulldogs. Well, if they have a flaw, the flaw is free throws. They were 7 for 28, 25%. I think tomorrow or the next week, I'm sure they're going to be working on foul shots.
Right.
They had 21 turnovers in the game. They were 23 for 63 from the field for approximately...
It's about 40%, isn't it?
Not quite. No,
Not
no,
quite
no.
40%?
No. Looking at more like about 33, 34%. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, I would say, 36%. 36% from the field. So, let me repeat that. 7 for 28 from the free throw line. They were 23 for 63 from the field for 36%. They had 21 turnovers. Their shooting percentage went down a little bit in the second half. Not much, though. Okay, the Highclimbers were 4 for 11 from the free throw line. They had 43 turnovers.
Thanks.
Yeah, they've got to work on that. That's for sure. And they were 8 for 34 from the field for 24%. I was pleased. At the end of the game, they picked up some nice points.
Right.
For example, I was pleased with Abby at the end there. Picked up a couple nice baskets at the end there. I think another person that I was pleased with was Kesslin Harp. She is, she's a freshman. She handles the ball pretty well, and not too bad of a shooter. The thing is, they've got to develop an outside shooter, but that's the same situation with Montesano. I didn't see Montesano shoot very well from the outside either. But
aside from the 2 threes from Maya Young.
That's right. Excuse me. And Maya, wow, you look at her shooting percentage. She was 7 for yeah, she only missed one shot.
Okay.
7 for 8.
Okay.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And the other person that shot really well, especially in the first half, was Paige Lishernis.
Yeah, she didn't play much. I don't
She
think she
did not
played
play-
in
yeah,
the
she
fourth
didn't-
at all.
she didn't, no.
Except for maybe a minute or two.
Yeah.
And she had, she had 14 points. She had 10 in the first half and 4 in the third quarter. And nothing for the fourth. But, that happens.
Trying to think of some other highlights. I think the two key players for Montesano are Maya Young and Paige Lishernis. They definitely are the two players that make it go for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and Maya off the bench as well. I'll point that out. So is that all you had there?
That's pretty well, Ed.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that will do it for us at the Mini Dome tonight. Next up for the Highclimbers, they head to Centralia tomorrow. The Bulldogs are off to Elma tomorrow night. Both those games will be available on the pay-to-view NFHS network. Our next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is tomorrow night as the Shelton boys host Centralia. Tip-off here on Terry Gregg Court is 7 p.m. My thanks to Jerry Apple for his help. And with tonight's game, tonight's final score again, Montesano 55, Shelton 20. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Hold on a second here. We'll sign off.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, was made possible by Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health, and by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.